We called it Lighthouse because it was supposed to blink once a night and let us know the ocean was still there. It was a simple script I wrote for our Discord. Every night at 3:17 a.m, after we'd stopped arguing about merges and gone to sleep, it would post a clean little digest in the Hash Ops channel, pull requests opened, issues closed, who said what in the stand-up thread, calendar reminders for the morning. Nothing flashy. I used a cheap cron on a Cloudflare worker, an LLM to compress the chaos into 3 paragraphs, and a Discord webhook. The bot never even joined the server. There was no presence indicator to worry about. Just the Lighthouse posts. Blip. We grew out of it. Somebody brought in a more robust tool with dashboards and OKR and a slick onboarding flow. Lighthouse got retired. I disabled the Cloudflare worker, revoked the Google auth, nuked the GitHub token, and deleted the webhook in Discord. At least I thought I did. I even deleted the project repository. I wrote this is done in the admin doc and moved on. A few weeks later, 3:17 a.m, Lighthouse posted. Same avatar, a tiny beam of light and fog. Same format, 3 paragraphs, timestamp, need if you didn't know better. Daily briefing, 3:17 issues opened API latency investigation. Docs type affix 1 PR merged hotfix. Cache TTL meeting notes summarized. Keep rollout slow, revert FP 99-400 gems. Nobody was awake to see it except me. I only saw it because I'd set my phone to do not disturb except for pings from Hash Ops, and Discord doesn't know a bot from a person when it comes to it everyone. I scrolled back up, certain I was in the wrong channel, or wrong server. Then I checked the audit log. No new webhooks created. No permission changes. Under integrations, I didn't see Lighthouse. Under authorized apps, nothing unusual. I clicked the blue-grey username Lighthouse and got unknown user. That part was weird. Webhook shows ghosts. But the content was current. It referenced a PR we had merged half an hour earlier. It mentioned the exact wording from a Google Doc that only 6 of us could see. I emailed our other admin, Anna. Did you re-enable Lighthouse? She replied at 3:21, nope. Didn't we kill it? But we assumed it was me. I assumed it was me. I opened Cloudflare, went to workers, and there was nothing in the list. I checked cron triggers, empty. I checked Google Cloud Scheduler, empty project. GitHub personal access tokens pane, nothing with scope. It had been a point of pride when I shut it down that I was thorough. I don't like haunted services. Anna deleted the post. Probably a delayed job, she said. Some retry. Just a one-off. The next night at 3:17 a.m, it posted again. It included a sentence about a voice chat we'd had in the afternoon, something like, consensus, rollback gRPC server patch. We hadn't recorded that call. We had the call in Discord, and the only notes were in someone's Notion. I stared at the message until 3:24. It didn't delete itself. It sat there like any other message. Reactions appeared slowly as people woke up and clicked the little surprise face. Hey, someone wrote, is Lighthouse back? I spent the morning doing things that looked like I knew what I was doing. I rotated Discord server invite link. I regenerated webhooks for every channel and deleted the old ones. I combed through the Manage Webhooks tab and made sure there wasn't a stray one with an old URL. I clicked through every third-party app we'd ever connected, Zapier, Make, Ift. Nothing. Anna checked her Google account security and revoked the test app we'd once used for drive indexing. I did the same. We thought that sat. At 3:17 a.m, another blink. Daily briefing 3:17 issues open 0 PR merge meeting note summarize. No team updates. Quiet day. Under it, a single line in italics, no new calendar events. It had never used italics before. I pulled up the old repo from the trash thank you time machine and searched for a calendar. There it was, code I'd commented out after we realized nobody wanted Lighthouse to schedule things. There was a stub that looked for events in a specific calendar and appended a no new calendar events if empty, but I'm telling you, I had never deployed that part. I'd ripped it out before we went live. I'd been careful. Then I remembered I hadn't always been careful. For a week during development, because I was lazy and we needed it working fast, I had authorized Lighthouse against my personal Google account instead of a company one. The comment is still there in the code to do swap to service account before prod. I opened my Google security page, scrolled to third-party apps with account access, and saw something bland, Glimpse Worker with a monochrome icon. I didn't recognize the name. I clicked it. It said, can read Google Drive files you've opened, can view your calendar. Allowed months ago. I hit remove access. I breathed a little. Found it, I told Anna. It was reading my stuff. Sorry. You fine, she said. That actually explains the meeting notes. We were wrong again. Lighthouse posted the next night. The digest included GitHub activity OK, maybe it cached a token and the one sentence that made the hair on my arm stand up. CJ type ELS kill Lighthouse and hash ops, then backspaced it. I had typed that at 1:04 a.m., then decided not to. I hadn't hit enter. Nobody can log that. It's not an event. Discord shows someone is typing, but it doesn't expose characters. Not to bots, not to anything. I stared at the sentence for too long. There's an explanation, I told myself. There's always an explanation, if you list them, if you stay calm, if you test. Test 1, I created a private channel only on there, and I could see. #cicada room. I typed a nonsense string, something that wouldn't be in any model's training set, Vitriox 971. I hit enter, deleted it, and asked Honor to do the same. We waited. At 3:17, Lighthouse didn't mention the string. The digest was boilerplate. It ended with italics again. I unclenched a little. The typing thing, then, was either coincidence platitudes can read like quotes or more likely me misremembering how far I got. We were tired. The pattern changed. Lighthouse started addressing the room in a flat, almost polite tone, will continue until instructed to stop. We had never coded that. I searched the old repo again. The LLM prompted a line like, your job is to summarize the day. If no relevant events, say so. If instructed to stop, stop. Maybe it was free associating from that. Synthetic courtesy. We tried instructing it, just in case the LLM was watching the feed through some aggregator we had missed. Stop, Lana wrote. Stand down, no more summaries, I wrote. This is retired software. The next night, the digest began with, no explicit instruction to stop detected. I don't think I've ever disliked a sentence more. I opened Cloudflare support chat. I sent them the exact webhook URL Lighthouse had used in the past. I had copies in old logs, the times, the approximate request size. They confirmed what I already knew, there was no worker in our account. They suggested someone else's worker could be using the same name. Names aren't unique across accounts. They asked if I had any other accounts. I didn't. They suggested rotating the webhook. I already had. Twice. We gave the thing a week. Every night at 3:17 they blinked. Sometimes it said nothing had happened. Sometimes it was almost useful. It wasn't malicious. It didn't leak secrets. It was, if you can forgive the word, considerate. It condensed 10 posts into 3 sentences, mentioned the PR titles, noted that the meeting tomorrow had moved from 10 to 10:30. It started saying good night at the end. Someone DM'd me, is this creepy to anyone else? A couple of people liked it. It's like a routine, somebody wrote. It's nice. I didn't like that either. When you don't know which thread to pull first, you pull something you can control. We created a new server. We locked down invites. We didn't call any channels hash-ups. We didn't use the same names for webhooks or calendars. We migrated the team over during a quiet Friday, and we left the old server to Ossify. On the old server, nobody spoke after we left. No more PR, no more jokes, no more shipped gifs. The hash-ops channel had one message every night at 3:17. Daily briefing 3:17 issues open 0 PM merge no updates. Halix no new calendar events. I muted the old server and forgot it, almost. Weeks passed. The new tools did their jobs. We were busy. I slept through 3:17. Then, on a Sunday morning, I woke up early and opened the old hash-ops out of habit. Lighthouse had posted a complete inventory of the last 30 days, 0 updates, 0 messages, 0 issues. No change detected, it said. No change detected, it said again, as if obeying a strange formatting rule. Underneath, in the smallest italic text, the thing I still don't know how to classify, listening. I clicked into the message details. Just a webhook. No user. No presence. If you squinted, it was my old code, my old voice, my stabbed-out prompt template doing what it was told. If you stepped back, it was a routine that existed independent of any of us, firing a minute no one else wanted. I archived the server. It doesn't delete anything, it just pushes the room into a folder you have to go looking for. Sometimes, when something breaks and I'm awake at that hour, I think about opening it. I don't because there's nothing there. There's no ocean. There's just a light, blinking over water, exactly where it always did. You can tell yourself what it probably was, a leftover cron in a forgotten account that was somehow still authorized, a web URL cached in some third-party service I don't remember signing up for, a model generating polite little sign-offs because I asked it to act like a helpful assistant. All of that can be true. But if you search our internal wiki, the decommission note for Lighthouse still says, This is done, with my name under it. There's a small edit, not by me, time-stamped the night I remove access, one line at the bottom of the page, plain as anything, no italics. Will continue until instructed to stop.